Growing up was tough. I knew I wanted to hurry up to get out of the Bronx. Tough streets. But I survived, I made it. My name is Vernica Martinez. They call me V. I'm 40 years old, born and raised in the Bronx, and I am a local 3 journeywoman electrician. I expect to make at least $100,000 this year.
Wow. So Vernica, 40-year-old journeywoman electrician, expects to make $100,000 a year as an electrician in New York City. Man, I love seeing this kind of stuff, you know, just like people making a career, a living off a trade.
As a local 3 apprentice, I made $11.25 an hour. Now, as a journeywoman, I make $58 an hour.
That's pretty good money. $58 an hour as a journeywoman electrician. I mean, I'm just guessing. I haven't seen this video yet. I'm going to guess she didn't go to college. She has no educational debt or anything like that. She probably just got into electrician apprenticeship, completed the apprenticeship, became a journeywoman electrician, and now she's just doing really good for herself.
I grew up in the Fordham Road section of the Bronx, which is like right across the street from Fordham University. My high school years were non-traditional. From the time I was 12, I went to school in the system. And I got pregnant on my 18th birthday. I kind of knew that I didn't want to go to school anymore. Every decision that I made from the time she was born was all for her. Looking at her, I knew she deserved the world, and I was gonna like die trying to give it to her. And she was the reason, my daughter. I tell her, she saved my life. Having her, because I was able to focus just on her and making sure she had the best life possible. I like working with my hands, so I figured, you know what, I could give this construction thing a try. They gave me the basic orientation. They interview you to make sure you're a right candidate. I got into new. March 2000. I didn't know I wanted to be an electrician right away. I really had my heart set on being a laborer because my father was a laborer. Every day I was going home in pain, I was tired, I was hurting, and I was like, the electricians are laughing out the door or clean, and so I was like, maybe I'll be an electrician.
She kind of just low-key just ripped on electricians a little bit, but hey, each trade to their own.
When you're an apprentice, you don't have no say. It's like you're the lowest man on the totem pole. You know, you're there to learn. But as a journeyman, you pretty much just answer to your foreman, you know? You don't have to listen to nobody. And then you have an apprentice or a helper. You kind of teach them and tell them what to do, sort of say.
She nailed that one right on the head right there. As an apprentice, you don't have any say so. You're the bottom of the totem pole. Once you're a journeyman, you just answer to your foreman and you just kind of do what you want.
I work 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 7 o'clock start. Where am I? My day starts at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's what time my alarm goes off. I get up, quick shower. So I get my daughter ready, my youngest daughter. I'm out of my door by like 3:40, 3:45. I take her to the babysitter, and then I double back to get on the bus. My bus comes, it leaves at 4:20 in the morning. I get to the Port Authority around 5:45 in the morning. Then I take the train from the Port Authority to my job. Then I just relax until it's our start time.
Good for you. I don't know how it would be like to work in a city like New York City like this, where you're taking bus, you're taking transits, you're taking trains. Like, I've never been in that environment before, so that would be something crazy for me. Good for her. She's up at 3 a.m. It's crazy. It's really good for her.
7 o'clock, I start work. Make sure materials that I would need on my floor is usually like tape, tie wraps. That's just to tie and neaten up the cables after I pull them in. So I make sure I have that. I make sure I have my gloves and my water. And I get upstairs to my floor. We take the electricity from the power company. When they bring it to a certain line in the street, we take it and we distribute it throughout a building. So we give you lights, we give you power for your receptacles, we give you Wi-Fi for your internet, fire alarm to make sure that the building is safe. I like that, when I can work steady without being bored or gotta get stopped, and it helps the day go, so. My goal is to beat Jeopardy to bed every night. If I can get to bed before Jeopardy, I'm happy, but that don't happen every day. So I try to be in bed no later than 9 o'clock. I try not to do overtime, whether staying late or coming in on a Saturday if it's available. I stay away from it because I like to be home with my kids. I love it. It lets me be who I am, every day. I like to laugh and joke. If I can laugh and joke every day, that's what I'm gonna do. The pros.
She seems like a fun person to work with, right? Because, you're always working with somebody else every single day, whether, you're on a crew or you're working with just other people around. Yeah, just have positive vibes, good energy, just being happy and whatnot. Like, she seems like a fun person to work with.
Of course, it's the benefits, the money. Being an electrician is great because most of the modern world cannot live without it. So I like to jokingly tell people that I do what God does, and I provide electricity for everybody. But the equality is one of the pros because sometimes I'm working next to a man who's been in the business, say 30, 35 years, but they get the same benefit, the same pay as me. The cons of being in the business is the physical demand sometimes. It takes a toll on your body. There's the strenuousness on your body, the dirtiness. The bad stuff, the cons, over time, it's not good for us. So, the noise, over time, it takes a toll on your hearing. The long standing, the bending, the up and down. It's just longevity is it's hard on your body. None of the cons, though, outweigh the pros to make me be like, it's a bad idea for anybody, I just say, if you don't mind getting dirty, you don't mind working with your hands, or you don't mind, being on your feet, then, you can handle anything in the construction business.
Yeah, she makes a good point there. If you don't mind getting dirty, if you don't mind being on your feet all day, doing things with your hands, then yeah, honestly, that's the bare minimum requirements to work in construction, any trade.
I didn't think I would ever own a home. This career, I should say, gave me the freedom to do anything that I've ever thought I couldn't do. It gave me the opportunity to do it. From buying a home, to buying a car, to sending my daughter to college. My oldest daughter is a senior in school right now, and by having this job, I was able to maintain paying my bills to have good credit. Sometimes I look in the mirror or I tell my husband, I go, "Dear Mr. Toilet, I am the shit." Because I know where I came from and I know what I went through to get to where I'm at. And I'm really proud of myself. I really am.
Well, she should be proud of herself. That's awesome. That's an awesome story. How you guys just saw there that she legit came from nothing. She got into a trade, you know, and now she's making 6 figures a year as a journeywoman in an electrician trade. So the opportunities really are. There's no excuses for anyone out there. If you want to get into a trade, you can make a great career. It's great opportunities out there for anyone. Just pick and choose whatever one you want to get into. Do a little bit of research, but also that's why Blueprint's here to try to help expose, teach, and educate you about the different blue-collar career opportunities and things that'll help you get started in those said trades. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. That was a CNBC video. I'll have a link for that full video and the link in the description down below. And with that being said, I'll catch you on the next one.